time. And we have an audience that's grown nationally since even late July when the Texas-Oklahoma story hit, but also because of the expansion of the Big 12. Could you imagine that it was going to go as fast as it did for you and the others, and also even a year later be able to play in the Big 12?
Yeah, I can imagine. First of all, thanks for inviting me on your show, and it's pretty cool coming after David Murphy. That's exciting, and it's nice to meet you. Yeah, no, actually, we were ready. So I think we were ready to go, and it wasn't that it's just about timing, and there was a crack in the door, and I think we were prepared to do it, and we were just happy that we got the invite.
How long, has the process been? I know that you weren't the athletic director when they started doing things like building new stadium and all of that, but when the decision was made, this needs to be a Power 5 program, how long has that really been in the process for UCF? I think
it started when they started beating Power 5 teams on a consistent basis. And, one of the things that I knew, I left a pretty good situation to come here because I thought that there was an opportunity and to get into the Power 5. Plus, it fits my personality. And, this is a really, really edgy fan base, and they're very active. I think right now in the Big 12, we're the second largest living alumni base behind Texas in the Big 12. So we're in the average age of our alumni is 38. How about that? So I think this all kind of goes together. You have very savvy. It's a very good academic school. This campus was started by the Kennedy Space Center. 30% of NASA's employees are our graduates because of our engineering, aeronautical engineering. And so I think our folks and our key stakeholders in our community was ready to go when this week we get back, we solved the crack. And the day that I got here, we started preparing for it with the right materials and the right going out, talking to people, and it all worked out.
How much did you see untapped potential early on coming on board of how much there still is left to explore with this fan base and all the capabilities that the UCF has?
The sky's the limit. I knew a lot about the school. I worked at another startup program at Florida Atlantic University with Howard Schnellenberger for 7 years. And we built a stadium. So I did a lot of research on the stadium before we built theirs. They built theirs before UCF built their stadium about a couple of years before we did. And so I kind of really did a lot of research, seeing the trajectory, but I saw how things on this campus changed when they moved from the Citrus Bowl to campus, and just the fan base. We get about 12,000 students a game. That's good for any program in the country. We're young, we're youthful. We've got some work to do on operating capital, some facilities. But as far as a location and bringing new eyeballs to the Big 12 and having 3 time zones, this is going to be a fantastic. And my familiarity with the Big 12, I worked in the Big 12 twice.
Yep.
And I was there when the Big 12 merged with the old Southwest Conference, and I was there the second time when TCU was added into the conference, and Nebraska and Colorado left. So this is my 6th conference realignment, and so I had a little. Unfortunately, I had a little experience with it, so it's just been a really good opportunity for us.
For those that don't know, Terry was at Kansas.